This is the Rawl of the Dead podcast with your host, Rawl of the Dead.
Such an intense intro. I love it. I love it so much. Hey guys, thanks for listening again. This is my third podcast that I'm going to share with you. This is an interview I did with Mr. Floats, and I wanted to start the intro here by letting you know that I did go to Mr. Floats' house, and it was a fantastic interview. He let me inside his ice cream truck, and I decided I'm going to bring some cameras in here and really capture the whole vibe of the truck and his costume and everything that he's all about. We did it on video as well. So besides hearing it here on the audio podcast, I am going to put it on my YouTube channel as well in the next week or so, as soon as I edit it. But in the meantime, you can go ahead and listen to this audio podcast that I did with Mr. Floats and his truck. And I hope you enjoy it. It's not a very long interview because we had limited time with him. And he's, as you know, he's a busy clown. So he has a lot of appearances coming up. So make sure you follow him on his Instagram at Mr. Floats. He is just an amazing person. So anyways, enjoy the interview and I will talk to you guys later. So let me introduce my guest here. His name is Mr. Floats.
Mr. Floats.
How are you, buddy?
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. Thank you for inviting me here to your amazing truck.
This is my little abode away from the sewer.
Yes. How did you acquire this ice cream truck? Did you steal it from somebody?
Well, we are being recorded, so we don't want to necessarily have some recorded evidence to give to the authorities. But, moving up in the sewers sometimes need a little bit of an upgrade. So, ice cream. It's a nice time of year to have some ice cream, and it's a nice thing for the kids.
It is nice because especially it's hot right now, and we wanted to do this more at nighttime when all the heat was gone. So I appreciate you coming out here to doing this with me.
Oh, I do much better at night, Georgie.
Yes, I know. Talk to me a little bit about your Mr. Floats character. How long have you been doing this?
Oh, 1715, I think, was the first time. But most of the people here in the West Coast saw us probably in about 2018 at Monsterpalooza.
Yeah, that was your first appearance.
I think that was the first time that we finally came out of the closet, so to speak.
Was that the one in Burbank?
Yeah, that was the one in Pasadena.
Pasadena, okay, yeah. The big one.
Yeah.
How did you like it? How did you enjoy that?
Well, it was just something that we weren't really planning on, and we kind of showed up on the front street in front of the convention center. It took us about an hour to get into the convention center because we got mobbed.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Just outside?
Oh, yeah. No one had ever seen anything like this before.
No.
So we had a blast. A guy came out and brought us into the convention and wanted us to be on stage. And it was Stan Winston's son, and brought us up on stage, and we hosted their character contest. And we won first place. So
oh, wow.
That was my first hour of Mr. Floats.
That's great. And then you decided just to continue doing it.
It was very addicting.
Appearances.
Yeah. So we've been enjoying it. It wasn't something that I ever planned. I have a life away from all of this that not in a million years did I think that Mr. Floats would have so many friends. But we've been enjoying this little run.
And we just we were both at Midsummer Scream. So I was there to see the line that you consistently had there, and it looked like it was huge for you there.
Yeah, we had a circus.
Yeah.
It's one of the big things we want to do is change, not just have it all be around me, but just have a whole thing, an escape room, and immersive theater, and our Cirque du Soleil performers, and our DJ. And so I think that, Mr. Floats is a movement.
Yeah. It looked like it was a good success for you. I like the way the whole setup was. So you said you had a maze there? You had something?
That's the one thing I think we want to add is a maze and some other things. Because it's great to take pictures together. I love all of my fans. But I also want to give them something more than just a pretty picture. Just more of a memory.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
But I love spending time with everyone.
Yeah, and you have a big kid following.
Kids, I don't think they probably know any better yet. Because maybe when they get a little older and they get to see my movies.
Well, I think some of them have probably seen it, and they're just amazed by somebody that's there in front of them with an amazing look, and you have a whole character, Mr. Floats, and I think everyone just gets attracted to it, and you stand out. You stand out at these conventions.
I'm a very nice fellow. I don't want to scare anybody, and we give back a lot. You know, we're participating in a lot of charities and going to be doing things for the children's hospitals, and
nice.
I think that's a big part of what we're going to be doing is giving back. So, you know, the kids, that's our crew. We got to support.
No, I love that. I love that. And you're doing a lot of appearances. You told me earlier, a lot of appearances that you're doing.
I think we're doing 30 appearances between now and the end of the year.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be great, though. It's going to be great.
You got to stay in good shape.
You got to stay in great shape.
We're doing Crew de Boo in New Orleans.
Oh, okay. So out of state.
Oh, yeah. We go all over the country.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We're going to be here, Creepy Con and Creep It Real and Seaside Oddities and Horror Con. So we're going to be doing quite a few shows and a couple of surprise ones as well. And plus, we have our whole scavenger hunt all over Los Angeles.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about the scavenger hunt that you're going to be doing.
Oh, we've got our phone number, 855 Mr. Floats.
Okay.
And so there's clues there. All of the upcoming shows, we're going to have clues for our scavenger haunts. Each little vendor and each little person that's tied to Mr. Floats will have a little bit of a extra part of the secret. And if you collect them all, by the end of the year, there's going to be some very special stuff.
That's awesome. That's a good idea. That's actually a great idea to have people collect stuff and bring it, and then they get a prize at the end of it.
And that's kind of why we did the ice cream truck too, right? Because during COVID, no one was going out and trick-or-treating. So we're like, well, let's go to them. So especially on Halloween, there are going to be some special things with Mr. Floats all over.
Yeah. So speaking of COVID, when you did this, was it around that time? Is that when you started doing it, or was it like
about a year or two just before?
So how did you adjust to that when all that was going on?
Well, sad, right? Because this is Mr. Floats is such a touchy-feely kind of guy that it was sad not to be able to go see everyone. So we just said we wanted to do this. So the guys from Cinema Vehicles helped us out. This is a real P10 69.
Yeah,
with a brand new LS swap in it. Yeah. So it's a very fast vehicle.
Yeah, I think around that time people were doing like drive-through interactive haunts. Like I think Haunted Hayride did a drive-through. People were getting a little creative with just the drive-throughs, and I thought that was pretty cool. I was kind of hoping that some of that would still come back, but now I think everything's kind of back to like this, all like do the mazes, do the appearances. You know, everybody wants photo ops.
So we're gonna make sure that we still go and find everyone else.
Yeah.
When you hear the Mr. Floats music coming, it's like you know that you're gonna be for a special treat.
Yeah, exactly. And what else do you have planned for the following year? Because we're already getting towards the end of the year.
I think the next step that you're going to see is we're going to have our own circus.
Oh, yeah?
That's what we're working on it. We're going to have a whole Mr. Floats thing. We'll have performers, and we'll have our escape room, and we'll have our immersive theater.
Yeah.
We'll set it up just to have fun. I think it's something to give back to everyone.
Yeah.
So I think in life we always take, and I just want to give back a little.
Yeah. That's great. And then that's going to be just something Mr. Floats related, just all your stuff.
Just Mr. Floats.
Yeah.
Just to have fun. We're doing a lot of other stuff. My world outside of Mr. Floats is very busy right now.
Yeah.
And so Mr. Floats comes out to play as much as I can because I love it so much.
Yeah.
But I need a life balance between what I give and what I can take.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's great. It's great talking to you. I thank you for the time that you're doing it. And whatever, any appearance you're making, I know you always just kill it and bring joy to people. And I'm glad we met and became friends and invited me to this amazing truck. And I think you're going to give me a tour of your sewer later.
I think we'll go out and have some adventures together.
See if we could find Georgie.
Yeah, I think the rest of this year you can see we get to take a look around. Like, everyone brings us their offerings, and that's our big thing. I think that all these shows, we're giving back, so all the vendors and all the people that's there want to support each other, and that's what I love about what we're doing here.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I like being in the horror community. It's just everybody's very friendly, and outside of like the horror scare actors, everyone deep down is a really good person, and the people that throw the events are amazing too. Midsummer, they're great people. Creep It Real, they're amazing as well. And I'm going to be at Creep It Real, I think, for both events, but I think I'm doing something in November, another photo booth. So we'll definitely have to get some photos done there with you.
Yeah, everyone who's commuting and bringing all their stuff into the community has been amazing. The guys from the Fear Fair, they were way out in Ontario. They brought out stuff, and they were the ones who helped us do the circus this year at Midsummer. Everyone helps each other. So Claire de la Lune is around the corner. Seaside Oddities Expo. There's so many fun things where everyone gets to do things. The Witch's Brew. So I think
Are you doing the Witch's Brew?
I think that everyone is going to keep supporting each other and kind of keep adding to each other's events. So it's a very good community, and we'll keep it going.
I love it. Well, thank you for your time, and we will float another time.
Thank you very much, Georgie.
Thank you, Mr. Floats.